are chanting Rama, the mind is always wandering and
he's saying as we chant Ram Nam, Om Shri Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, the mind is wandering.
Mind is wandering.
Continuous.
This happens frequently, so we are always bringing our mind back to the Ram Nam, and then the mind will wander again.
So he says if this happens frequently and we again try to bring the mind back to Ram Nam,
is there a technique that, is there a technique that we can use? Maybe instead of chanting from the mind, would it help to chant from the heart instead? Is there a technique that you can try this with this as less distracting as possible for the mind? How to control the mind to focus on Ram Nam? That is a challenge.
he's saying is there a technique to focus the mind?
Yesterday we were going through Papa's words, As you said, the mind is difficult. Mind is always in turmoil. Mind will always try to go out. It is the function of the mind. So now we are trying to chanting Ram Nam and trying to hear our own chanting. We try to chant Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. We try to hear our own chanting. That means the moment the mind goes out, we will not be able to hear. So when we know that we have not heard, that means the mind has gone out. So we again try to bring it back. There is no shortcut, Only by doing. Just like when we learn the cycling or swimming or even writing alphabets, mathematics, everything, we have to do it repeatedly. But the advantage there and the disadvantage here is, there at least we can concentrate on something. Here the mind cannot concentrate on anything. That is why Papa said, either you concentrate on a form, or on the sound, or on the light. So here when we say, when we chant, we try to hear our own nama. That is sound. So even suppose we try for 5 minutes, and if we succeed at least for 1 minute or half a minute, it's a gain. That is how we can do it. There is no shortcut. And number one. Number two is faith in God, faith in Nama. It plays a lot. There are many instances in ashram where this Nama has played, about which we cannot say any reason. So then what we found is that when we chant it with faith, whatever problem we have, it will slowly enable us to get over it, gradually. And our outer life also should be in line with that. Suppose when we try to move from me to we, and when we chant, it will become easier. When our mind is predominated with me to me, the chanting may not become that effective at all. So these are the things that can be suggested. Papa actually said, the concentration, meditation, and absorption. So for that he has given us the tripath, Dhyan, Seva. We should keep on trying. There is no shortcut. If there is a shortcut, everybody would have reached that, We have everybody who has scaled the heights through Nama has perseveringly. In Papa's case, we were told he was standing for 22 hours out of 24 hours. Mataji's intention of setting up this ashram was everyone should spend at least 6 hours, 7 hours in chanting. For them, okay. For us, it is because we are in the midst of so many activities. All Mahatmas have scaled the heights because they were exclusively with that. We are doing in the midst of so many other things. So there will be there will be a lot of distractions. As soon as we sit for Ram Nam, the mind may go. But let us not get disheartened. Let us not get discouraged or dispirited. We will try to do as much as possible. Out of half an hour, if 10 minutes Ram Nam becomes intense, it's a plus gain, it's a gain. So never lose faith, and 94 years the ashram is existing only because of Nama. What else do you do? Nothing. Crores and crores of Nama is pouring. That is why the ashram is being run. And it is a truth, it is not a tall talk. Anything and everything only Nama. Initially Papa used to say whether there is concentration or no concentration, chant. So that it becomes a part of our life. And later on he will add. Not merely mechanical chanting will not help. So first we will try to somehow make it a practice to chant whenever there is any gap. Mental chanting will be better because when we are walking, we should not be disturbance to others. So from the vocal chanting we also try mental chanting. And whenever it is possible we try to hear our own chanting. All these processes we have to set ourselves. And certainly the outcome will be positive. Let us not bother about the outcome now. Let us put our efforts in the process. This may not be a direct answer to your question, but this is the only way in which we know that it will work. It should be practical, There is no shortcut at all. So our outer life should be in line with this as much as possible. We try to think about Him whose name we are chanting. He is the source from which we have come. He is providing everything right from our bijam state, seed state. When we were in the form of a seed in our mother's womb, right from that stage till now, everything is provided by Him. We have not done anything. All these things will help us. Everything you keep on thinking about it. Whatever article you see, whatever creature comfort you are using it. We have not done it. The very air we breathe, we have not done anything. The space in which we think, the earth on which we stand. Just think about it. The sun. If the sun is not there, we are all upset. Though you say summer is very difficult, but still one day if he is not there, and we are not doing anything for the sunlight or the solar energy. And what about our vegetables, fruits, everything? Have we done anything? Think about it, please. Anything that we use, we have not invented or discovered or innovated. Somebody was prompted to do that and we are all enjoying it. And somebody, how was he prompted? Then only we try to understand that he is the life force, he is the consciousness, he is the intelligence. So whatever we see is a manifestation or the expression of that intelligence. These are some of the things by which we try to make our mind more and more concentrated on Him whose name we are chanting. In other words, if we try to understand what Ram stands for, it might help us to become more and more concentrated. Otherwise, it will slip into mechanical. So along with chanting, we will also try to understand all these things. He is the first source from where everything is sprouted. You just think, when you sit, you think where from you have come. Normally you say you have come from your parents, but they were also born to their parents. So where from it started? Like that, when we simultaneously when we do Ram Nam, if we do these things, thinking, then we will slowly start accepting that He is the base, He is the substratum, He is our everything, origin, source, root, and He is the great provider. I have forgotten to remember Him and chanting His name. These are some of the methods sadhakas use You choose whatever is okay for you. Is it somewhat clear?
Very clear, Swami. Thank you so much. You answered the question very well. Thank you.
How can we purify our mind because the bad things around us, we class, we will see and it will come to our mind.
She's asking how can we purify our mind? When we see so many things, we immediately come to the mind. So how can we purify the mind?
We have been told by Papa that purification comes only by thinking about him, The moment we think about our individuality, all these things will come. But when we try to bring him into the picture, as many ways as possible. Just like we said, when we see anything, we say it has come from we ourselves exist because of him. Like that, somehow we try to bring. When we eat, we see the plate, we see the, say for example, rice, vegetables, everything. Where from it has come? We need not talk down. In our mind, this reflection should go on. So by that, we try to give more and more space for that power. And then the more we give space to that power, the less will be the space given to me and mine. And that is the way of purifying our mind. Because the moment the me and mine becomes predominant, my mind is always full of likes and dislikes, rights and wrongs, preferences, priorities, desires, cravings. All these things will be there. So the only way is somehow to bring as much as possible of the 16 or 17 hours in our waking state. Suppose we try for 10 minutes, 5 minutes initially. Then slowly, whenever we see anything, we try to bring this. That means filling our mind with God dimension is the best way to purify our mind. And purification means we don't, it's a tall order again, very difficult, but that is the only way in which we can express. That we don't see anything by as they are, but we try to see that everything has come from him, everything is done by him, everything is going through because of him. This somehow we have to try. Whatever Papa used to say, whatever is happening only by his will. Whatever is happening only by his, for our ultimate good. So when a negative thing happens, what we have named as negative, initially we will all be shaken. But in the shortest possible time, we will be able to pull us back. God must have some purpose behind my going through this stress. Please, I am unable to understand. So you pray, and by praying, you are bringing him into the picture. So that is why the prayer is not meant for any material benefit. It is only to make us aware that his will, he is working out his will through us. At the moment, we don't know the reason. And the reason is to purify us. So spiritual journey is an uphill task. Unlike any other method, there is no shortcut here. And everybody paid the price for it, before they got it. And what nowadays we strongly feel that we have to set ourselves at a process. Even if there is only 1% success, we should not leave it. Because one only can become two. Two only can become three. And when we look back to our own life, we find everything we have, whatever we have mastered, we feel we have mastered. Whether writing, talking, cooking, anything, whether we work in our office, whether we handle our process. And the process gave us the skill. Here also we have to set ourselves on a process. There is nothing like, suppose you are having a headache, you get a pill and a painkiller, then you get speed. No such thing is available. If it is available, our masters would have given to us. Then we look back to their life. They also paid the price, and then only they reached the height. We are unable to do it because we are in the midst of so many things. So whatever is possible, we will do. So intensely chanting with the right perspective will slowly make us to become aware of His presence, aware of His role in our life. It can come only gradually. 10 incidents happen. In one incident, probably we may be able to breathe. That is how we slowly do it. Initially, there will be a setback. We will all be shaken. But later on, we find there is a purpose behind it. Either He is testing us or He is making us to do something. He is providing us a field to do certain things. That means in all aspects we have been asked to bring His dimension. He is behind everything. He is behind everything. He is behind everything. Somehow this should enter into us. We only hear. It is not entering into us. Because of the reasons He has created. So we pray to Him, plead, please cry to Him. Constant satsang, constant Ramnam chanting, associating with people who are on His line will not help. People who are trying to expand from me to we, when we closely associate with their life, that will help us. Because these are some of the practical ways by which we do it. Reading the biographies of masters. Because they did not come from the sky, they were also like us only. In Parapuja Prabhupada's day, he was like an ordinary family man. He was also having a profession. But naturally, all these things were there, then he had to pass through severest struggle. Puja Mataji also went through that. So it was not that they got it easily, and they paid the price. We are now paying. You make us aware of your presence in everything. At least initially you make us your presence, make us to feel your presence in some. And then slowly that some can become slowly, just like what we said, when you take a morsel of food, where from the food come, how many people have contributed towards it? And what have you done? The person who declared to the world that rice is the staple diet, or meat is the staple diet, we don't know him. And where from the first grain of paddy came, we don't know. How it got self-propagated and it has come to us in the form of rice from the shop. How many people have put in their effort? These are all some of the ways by which we keep our mind linked to the source, Like that, anything that we see. Yesterday we were reading on the blackboard. Anything, where from it has come. Those who have invented or discovered or innovated, they have not specified that it should be used only by me and my family. Even the very language with which we are talking, just imagine. We have not done anything for that language. These are some of the ways by which we can slowly take the me and mine. And one more thing, whatever we have said, apart from that, when we intensely pray, our own path will get opened up. So Papa has assured us, Mataji has assured us, when you keep on concentrating upon this Nama, the right initially the right perspective may not be there. It will be mechanical. Then slowly we try to bring one by one, one by one, one by one. So half an hour chanting means at least 5 minutes we may be effectively chanting. That 5 minutes can slowly become 6 minutes or 7 minutes. And once we start tasting it, we will be, even when we are not vocally chanting, it will be going on mentally. And when we try to hear our own chanting, then to that extent the mind is not going out. When the mind is going inward towards him, unity starts. How do we know? There is an inexplicable joy in whatever we think, whatever we talk about. That is the litmus test. And self-centeredness will be less and less. You won't say it will be zero. It will be definitely less and less. We have to live. We live, but we also let others live. Not merely human beings. That slowly will come to us. Now we are only thinking about our life, but we will also be thinking about the life of everybody. So whatever is possible, we will try to do. These are some of the methods suggested by our masters to unify the mind. We keep on trying. We believe their words. We have unshakable faith in their words. And in our own life, slowly it will be revealed to us how things happen one by one. The more we rely on him, the more we get joy that we can fall. That is another person we can see. Even if you have to say that I have to do this, I have to do that, after what we should know that he is making us to do that. He is asking us to say in those words, okay, that's all it. We are prompted to do certain things. Only thing is, our Baba used to say, the only litmus test is that whether it has got any self-interest. Some of the ways by which this and Vinobaji used to say ultimately, Gandhiji used to say ultimately we have to become zero, no? If somebody asks how to make our life unified, that means ultimately we have to become zero. We exist, but at the same time we become zero. The sense of individuality is totally erased. Whether it is possible or not, when we think about it, there are many people who have done that. So to what extent it is possible, we will try 10%, 15%, 20%. In Bhagavad Gita, he has assured us, even if you do something, I will support you. Swarpam obviously dharmasya. We may not be, our mind does not reach that stage where we can fully utilize it. So whatever is possible, we try to do. A good word, a good thought, a good deed. Whatever is possible, wherever it is possible, we will try to do that. Right from small things, we will try to do. Ultimately, it zeroes to remembering him through chanting of his name. Remembering him through chanting of his name. It is very important. We are chanting of his name only to remember. He who has given us this birth, he who has provided everything to us. Out of 16 hours in the waking stage, even if we get one minute of this truth, that will slowly influence and impact us. In Bhagavad yes.
Prabhuji, can't be always peace. I want always be peace. It is in how to get the how many ways for to get the peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. P-A-C. Peace. Shanti.
How to get peace, Swamiji? He's asking how to get peace.
How to get
Peace of mind.
peace of mind? What is peace of mind? Just imagine. A still water and water with a lot of what do you call waves or still water. That means a still where the thoughts do not harass us. So we may not be able to completely stop the thoughts. So first we try to think about positive thoughts, noble thoughts, ennobling thoughts, elevating thoughts. And then that process, let us be on the process. Why should we think about that? It will come like this, it will come like that. We set ourselves on a process. And he who is within us will definitely guide us. That is the assurance our masters are given to us. And in our own life we have seen that, no? It's not because of our this thing, everything has happened. We are attributing to other factors. But other factors have also come from him only. And peace of mind can come only when we reduce of the dominance of me and mind. That's all. More and more of me and us. That's what we have seen. There is one word. When I am disowned by the world, I become the acknowledged child of God. When I am disowned by the world, I become the acknowledged child of God. That means I have nothing of my own if I reach that stage. And our ashram is we are seeing it every day, Nothing is planned, nothing is asked, nothing is, still it goes on beautifully well. Because Bhagavataji's sankalpa is so strong that though we may fail in many things, at least all of us are convinced about it, the legacy of Anandasham. God arranges all things in his own way at the time he appoints. 94 years already. That gives us some confidence, yes. Normal planning, normal mobilizing, normal nothing. So many activities he will make us to take up, so many activities he will make us to stop. And there must be a purpose. We don't have to bother about that. Whatever prompting that comes, we take it. We have to take it. It is coming from him. We will not put any label to it. Initially, labeling will be there. I have lost, I have gained. This is good, that is bad. But then slowly, when we look at the ashram, we find that, how Mataji was managing when there was nothing. How she was totally involved in all activities that were helping our creations. Amazing, amazing. Her strong faith in God, whom she names it as Papa. So whenever we feel we have failed, we look at her, over her. But we have not reached any that stage at all. We still have some reservations. But the moment the reservation takes over, we can just remember this is how she came. These are some of the ways by which, and the more the me and mind when it subdues, there is an inexplicable pleasant feeling wells up in our heart, which we call as peace. Because only when the me and mind comes, the sense of security, sense of surety, sense of what do you call protection, all these things comes. If at all we do some safeguards, suppose we know the safeguard is also prompted by him, then there is no problem. Attribute everything to him. But it is not initiated, nothing is initiated with a selfish motive. This is very important. And it's not a easy joke. For Sunday, what is happening in and around us will definitely shake our faith. But then we have to somehow keep on hammering. Why are you doing? Then but we have to act. We cannot sit idle. We have to act as he prompts us from within. At the particular moment, we may not feel that he is prompting us. But slowly we try to understand. He is only because of his prompting I have done. Because nothing is mine. Nothing is mine. If that keeps on coming to me, then slowly probably we may be able to feel everything is his, everything is his, everything is his. We have to keep on hammering. From morning to evening, whatever happens, we have to keep on hammering these truths. There is no shortcut, We are trying to somehow realize this, what is it? He is working out his will through us. He is working out his will through us. Enable me to realize peace. This is our prayer. I know you have provided everything. Intellectually, I have understood everything. But when I come to the practical side, I forget. Why don't you make me to have this vijnana? Jnana you have given, but vijnana you have not given. Applied knowledge you have not given. Self-structure. Our free and frank prayer. Like a child. Either a prayer or I start accepting everything as they are. Today morning somebody was sharing this. Prayer is not for asking anything. Prayer is to only know this, that he is working out his will through us. That's all. Kindly enable me to realize this. That's all. Not for anything tangible or any relief or anything that I pray. I should reach a stage where I pray only this. The truth that you are working out your will through me. Because you have given me this body, mind, intellect. You have given me this birth. You have provided everything to me. I did not know that. So you are working out your will through me. Please make me aware of that. This is our prayer. For that you have to remember you are standing his name. As soon as you hear this, as soon as we chant, we will not get the state. After some time, we will again fall, again we get up, again we fall, again we get up. Avanambaram, support. जीवन का अवलंबन है। ये जगदादा, ये विश्व विधाता सुख शांति निकेतन है। Such bhajans, instead of enjoying the music behind it, let us try to enjoy the meaning also along with the music. Prana Sakha, Trivona Variparika, Jivani ki Avanambana, Jagadashre, Jagavati Jagavandana, Anupama Anagani Ranjana. So such types of bhajans, Nama, reading of the biographical sketches of masters, identifying people who are trying to leave, because the Papa used to mention this. Initially, we have to be a little selective, though everything and everybody is here. Initially, we have to be a little selective to choose the company. And when we try to associate with the person or know about the person who is, in whose life this mute we is becoming more and more explicit, we find joy. And nowadays he is also helping us through digital platforms. So we have to keep open and find out about greatly. Please make me aware of you. At every moment of my life I should feel. Please. Nama, through Nama, in our case through Nama, no other things have been recommended to us. All other things are okay, but in our case he has drawn us towards him, and then he has prescribed his driving path. So as much as possible we try to do that. Today somebody was sharing one touching. We have all heard about these Puranas. So in Prashlada, when finally God asked what I should, you ask me any book. Then he immediately said that all others who are there, no, they should all be able to lead a peaceful life. So he said, I am asking you what you want. And then what he said was, if they all suffer, everybody will find fault with you. I don't want to hear. You are Deenaparayana, you are the Anaganaga, Deenapatto. So I don't want to say that they are suffering because you have not looked after them. So he is not asking for himself. His purity of his devotion is such that he doesn't want to hear anything that is not good for that is something opposite of God. My God is full, my God is love, my God is merciful, my God is compassionate. That is okay. Anything other than that. So that's why he is asking not anything for himself. All the suffering should go so that you will not be blamed. Look at the height of this devotion. So when we hear that, what happens to our mind? When we hear Sudama's story, what happens? Just hearing a nice nice, no, what happens, no, there is something inexplicable missing up, What is that? That means anybody who has got emotion, anybody who needs things in terms of me to me, me to him, it gives me joy. When will I get that? That is why all these play an important role in our life. And God, not that we have to plan. Mysteriously, we will be able to hear, we will be able to observe, we will be able to become a part of it. Mysteriously. Then looking back, we will say, oh, what are you made me to see yourself? In the form of a good thought, good word, and good deed. Fixed resolve, sustained faith, optimistic outlook. These are all things they have suggested. So we try. Our equipment may not be fully eligible for that, but we try whatever is possible. Anything else?
Swamiji, she would like to ask a question. Hurry up, Swamiji. Seems like the purpose of life is very vast, and she says the purpose of life seems to be very vast, and it's like we've been asked to remember him all the time, and we have been asked to remember him all the time. And what is then the purpose of life? It is just to only remember him, and what next? Do you think then what is the purpose of life? Is it only to remember him? Then what next?
Suppose when you join a company, you will be given an assignment, and you will be performing that assignment. That is the purpose of your joining. Similarly, you and I have been sent by him. How do I know? I go to the source. Where from I have come. The person, me and mine, who is now asking this question, or who is answering this question, is not there at the time of our birth. So, Papa used to mention that power, certain mysterious power, has given us this human birth. We don't know that. That is why we feel at times directionless, purposeless. Because we are only thinking in terms of where we started. We started from me and mine only. You just think about it. The first source. Where from I come. So when he has sent me here, when I know intellectually that he has sent me here, I have to do his job, That is the purpose of life. For that I should remember him. So the remembrance enables me to work out his will through me. I may not become aware of this throughout my waking state. But broadly we understand that when he gives us the field into us, he has given us a body, mind, intellect. I have not done anything. He is now